And of course, the grid order getting mixed up as usual as it does. We got lights starting to go up. That's 5 lights on. Who gets a better run into turn one? Does not clear. Get a better start in the Alpine. Let's see. Bit of an even start between the two of them as they head down into turn one. The McLaren seems to have way more pace as Lancer gets up ahead of Alpine already. And we're going to chase down turn one. I'm not even seeing anything right about now. We're just on board. And we're on board the Alpine. We got Spencer going in the back. And Mercedes going wide. Got the two Aston Martin going side by side on that one there, and it's a big evening match out in front here right now. Let's see, Lancer though gets a way better start. He's up into the lead of this race, took that away even before turn one. Bobby Lang so much faster than Alcon, who's now stuck in second place. Keenan Moore up into third already. He's gained 3 positions off the start of this race. Smith running in fourth. Gatemeister running 5th. He's gained 2 positions. Smith, of course, right there, he started in the Red Bull, but still not a bad start from him there. And he's keeping his race position at the moment. Assassin running 6, he's down by 3 positions. Cam is down by 2, he's in 7. Swan is up by 1 and 8. Chasing after his teammate at the moment. Ice One up by 2 positions. Aiden as well up by 2. Rob up by 2. West not the best of start, and Kodoy even worse start, down by 5 positions on the back of the grid here. We got Alcon still holding up a second. Smith trying to fight Keenan Moore, of course, for 3rd place on the grid as a final podium position. The Haas drivers 3rd and 5th in this race right about now. We got Keenan Moore 3rd, Casemeister 5th. A Red Bull in the middle of them. The Red Bull trying to get ahead of Keenan Moore for the 3rd place position. Not able to get us yet, but the gap is so close. He might just be able to pull this off even before the DRS advantage comes alive in lap 3. We'll see what's going to happen. Into lap 2 we go, and sector 1 heading back into turn 1 once again. Out in front, I want to see how close the gap is. Maybe between them, trying to have a look from the Red Bull down in. Oh, we got a bit of a spin there. That's the race leader. Lancer just had a bit of a spin. Not sure there was contact between him and the Alpine, but that is going to cost him a lot of positions in this race. He's already down to 11th on the grid as they're on board with a Red Bull right now, who's up in the 3rd place because of the McLaren spinning out. And he's trying to get past Keenan Moore. Of course, this is our 2nd place right now, looking for a gap. But the Haas driver making it so difficult with the car placement on track right now. Let's see what the rest of this has to go. We're going to switch this over. Maybe I'll take that off. I'll probably scrap the tires in just a bit. See how that situation is playing out. But Lancer, worst possible lap 2 for him. Lap 1 was actually pretty good because he got up into the lead before turn 1. Led that race, and now I'm not sure if there was a self-inflicted spin or but we have some sort of contact with Alcon out in front. I'm not sure how close the gap was. I know it wasn't too far off, but we might have had some contact, or maybe just lost the rear of the car. We'll probably find out a bit later on what the situation was with that. There's switches back onto the overhead view of the Red Bull, currently chasing after Keenan Moore still. And let's have a look at the rest of the grid as we go on through here. There is the Aston Martin Swanee, of course. Chasing after his teammate who is within a second ahead of him. As you can see, they're heading down now, being straight right now. That's the portion, of course, where it goes downhill. Got Ice One running P8. His teammate who just lost the lead down to 9th right now and running. And I think we might just have a full safety car here. Something's happened on track. We can figure out what the heck is going on. There are the signs that says SC or VSC. I'm not seeing any. Oh, there's one on the side. I can't even see what the heck this is. So I'm not sure what the situation is right now. Looks like it's a safety car. Needs to be a safety car. Is the safety car out on track though? Trying to have a look at that. I don't see the safety car out, so is it a virtual safety car? I'll probably figure it out in just a bit either way. Let's get back out in front. A race leader, Alcon, who started on pole. He got back his race lead here. I think it's just a virtual safety car, guys, because I'm not seeing the safety car out on track as yet. So probably just a VSC. It's the only way I can tell right about now, because you can see this is the way it shows. I'm not sure why. Keenan Moore running 2nd. The Red Bull of Smith in 3rd. Assassin in the Mercedes in 4th. Got both Aston Martins running pretty high up, 5th and 6th on the grid. The next Mercedes of that's 8th there in 7th. Ice One and Lancer 8th and 9th on the grid. Kodoy in 10th. West 11th. Rob 12th. Casemeister 13. Now usually seeing him down at the back of the grid. And there we go, race is back on again. We're green all along the track and back racing, and DRS is online and ready to be used here for those of the drivers who are within a second of the car in front of them. That's going to be Smith here, very close to that Haas. He's trying to move through on the outside. He's not going to be able to go for it. That gap went away very quickly as it came. and he's gonna have to continue chase as it is there right now. The Red Bull having such a difficult time, gotta say, getting past the Haas driver here as he's going for it again, trying to get side by side with Kinamori here, not looking to actually work too well for him, but I think he might have gotten it now. The Haas goes out a bit wide here. Someone, that Smith, just got the fastest sector there. And that was, of course, I think sector 1. He's still side by side, going turn by turn on this one here. The Haas now pulls ahead. The Red Bull trying to get it back again. A bit of contact between them pulls the Haas off the track here. That's definitely going to be reported to the stores, I'm quite sure of it. A bit of contact between the Red Bull and the Haas puts Kinamura off the track. He's down to P9 right now. With the case, it's going to be with that. He's not going to be too happy about that. Other than McLaren's, I think Ice 1 just had a bit of a spin down in the back there in sector 2. He's trying to get back going there right now. Might have gotten that done. That's with the cases now. Alcon still leads the race. Smith in the Red Bull is down to second after a bit of a fight with the Haas driver. Assassin in the Mercedes running third. Cami and Swan running fourth and fifth. Aiden 6. Lance now up to 7. West up to 8 now and running. Trying to follow on with the close gaps that we have. Let's have a look at the back of the grid here. Kinamura trying to get back going. He's back in, now going into the pit lane. Might have some damage in the car, is it? Or he's going to change strategy here. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm not really following the chat at the moment. Maybe I should just switch that on here. I can. You're going to come on. Just connected, but I don't see anything on it. Is there anything on chat? Let me check on there. Yeah. Then. There we go, so fine. Okay, so back on with this again. Back on the Camry right now. The Aston Martin chasing after Mercedes, of course. Criticals, yeah, we got another issue, I think, with Ice 1 down in the back of the grid. What's happening with the McLaren? And the McLaren, I think he has a serious issue here. Trying to get back going. Renting not able to. He's gotten back on track now. But he's ghosted, so I'm not sure what's happening with Ice 1. But he's back on again. He's back on it and going again. But he's all the way down at the back of the grid though, so not looking too good in terms of that there. Going back with Cami out in front here, chasing after the Mercedes. He's trying to get ahead. He's up ahead of the Mercedes, up into third place as they go through into turn 1, into turn 2, and he's going to keep that position, holding position there for the Aston Martin. Going to be quite happy about that, of course. There goes the Mercedes, having a bit of a spin in the back there. I'm not sure what happened to Assassin, but he's lost the rear getting around that turn. He's down to P7. West is the next driver coming up behind of him. Let's see how close off he is. K-Master getting very close to West here. Let's have a look on board with the Haas driver. Can Ferrari hold them off? This is to fight for P8, of course. Let's see how that battle is going to go on through. Kid-Master is able to keep the gap a bit constant as they get through this lap here. And of course, guys, it's only lap 6 of 33 here into the Grand Prix. Got a bit of already started as well on the Grand Prix, so let's see how that works out. Got a bit of a posting situation with the Ferrari in front. I think West guys got disconnected from the session, which means probably going to have to try to get back on. That's going to take a few minutes. So this is, of course, going to be a bit of an advantage for the Haas driver. Now he's going to try to get past the ghosted Ferrari here, which he should be able to do down this start finish straight. Can he get it done? Let's see. He's going to close the gap, of course. Going to be able to go through that car very easily. As West is not currently connected. And Kid-Meister goes up into P8 with an easy overtake there as a disconnection happens for West. Now Lancer gets up ahead of Aiden here. He's up into 5th place. So this is the McLaren driver that started 2nd place, took away the lead of the race, had a bit of an issue, went all the way down to the back of the grid, worked his way back up to 5th now. Assassin is out of the race, the Mercedes is out, and I think it is a full safety car, is it not? Seems like it might be a full safety car. I can see the safety car getting out of the pit lane right now, so we do have a full safety car. Drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car for a corduroy there. Not going to be too happy about that. Not going to work too well for him. Yes, we have a full safety car right now. Let's get on to the race leader out in front. They're coming through They're coming through sector 3 right now. Okay, let's see if they're going to be doing any sort of pit stop situation here, because it's lap 7 into this race right now. Want to see if any pit stop is going to be required at this point. Will he be going in? Looks like Alcon, the race leader, is going into the pits, which means the rest of the grid, we already have the Red Bull following him. We might have the Aston Martin coming in, but the Aston Martins are not too far off from each other. Are they going to double stack? It doesn't look like it's the case. It seems that Cammy has stayed out. His teammate Swanee went into the pit lane, so one Aston Martin in might be coming in on the next lap. We're not sure as yet. Let's see what's going to happen, but yeah, this safety car has triggered quite a few pit stops here, as we're now on board with the leading Aston Martin, the leading driver in this race. Under the safety car, of course, and the Aston Martin safety car is going to be driver with a 5-second penalty. Cross the pit lane, exit white line. Now you cannot do that. The game will instill a penalty on you. There's a white line when you get to the pit lane. If you come over it before the end of that line, you're going to get a penalty. Got about 3 drivers with penalty so far. Let's see how that's going to work itself out. So, looks like Lancer didn't take a pit either. Let's go on the tires, of course, have a look at that. Pit stops. Here we have pit stops. Top 3 drivers have not taken a pit stop in this race. Tires, of course. That is the tire situation there at the moment. So Cam, of course, on the hards, which he started on. Lancer, West on the mediums that they started on, haven't taken a stop as yet. Let's see the strategy is going to pay off for them here in this case, because let's get off screen. So Cammy now leads the Grand Prix on hards. Lancer and West second and third respectively on the grid here. There's West has gained quite a lot of positions here on this occasion. Khan, our previous race leader, first he started on pole, is now down to 4th after taking a pit stop under the safety car. Smith now running 5th, with Khan in 4th, Swanee running 6th, Aiden running 7, Kate Meister 8, Keenan Moore in 9, Cordoy 10, Ice 1 11, Rob in 12, and of course Assassin driver, who is now out of the session. I think he cost the safety car in first place. It's lap 8 of 33 here for the Spanish Grand Prix, and we're waiting to ready to get the safety car to go back in so we can get this race back on the way. We got a few drivers who are yet to catch up to the safety car. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch the screen there just and keep an eye on the ads, so we're gonna keep an eye on this what is going on with that there. Apologies about that. Either way, back on with this is what's happening on track. So the Cam is still leading, or as it is down to second, West third, out on fourth, 25th, and 6th is what we had. We got quite a few drivers, of course, on fresh tires right now, ready to get back racing again. So yeah, we're waiting for this race to get back on the way here, and I think are we going to go one more lap? Let's have a look on board. Yep, looks like we're going to go one more lap on the safety car, because that idiot is not going back in. Fortunately, you guys want to get back racing, so yeah, we're going to go one more lap under the safety car guard before we do get back with racing again. Alright guys, in the meanwhile we got that going on. I'm just trying to have a quick look if we can at the standings. Of course we're not able to have them up on stream right about now, so we're gonna work with you. They're getting through sector 2 right about now, so we should have the race getting back on the way in just a second. So McLaren of course leading the constructor standings right about now, 323 points. Red Bull second, 310 points. It explains the gap between Lancer and what was it, Alcon? No, not Alcon. Lancer and who's the Red Bull? Smith. Yeah, the two of them for that position. Haas, of course, 232 points. You got Ferrari 4, 223 points. Aston Martin 177 in the fifth. Alfa Romeo 6 with 68 points, 57 for Alpine. Williams with 54. Mercedes with 31, and AlphaTauri with 30 points there at the moment. I'm gonna leave it at that, and yeah, let's switch it back on because we should be able to get back racing here at the moment. So I'm just gonna see what the case is going to be if we're about to get back racing or not. Let me have a look on screen. But yeah, the safety car is going to go in there right now, so we should get this race back on the way right now. So that was just a quick just recap of what the constructor standings were. Let's see what the rest of the race has for us. I'm going to go on board with Lancer right about now, Cammy in front of him on hard old tires, and his tires are of course old as well. Let's see what the one at the turn going to be. That McLaren has some significant pace on the straight. We know that seeing from what happened in the opening lap of this race, can keep up with the Aston Martin going into turn 1. Looks like he is keeping up behind. You can see a faint view of the Ferrari of West coming on through. It's a much closer gap. K-Meister trying to get past 20 here right now. He does get past. The Haas is up into 4th place. Gonna chase after West right now. The Aston Martin trying to come back at him though. I think it's Alcon behind of them on fresh tires of course as well. So he's gonna have a bit of an advantage trying to keep up with them here. Okay, Meister and so on the soft tires. Let's see how much he can push on through in this race. West out in front, trying to keep his car within a second of the McLaren, which he is doing a pretty good job of right now, and he's going to keep that there. Got Smith there in 7th. The Red Bull, he's keeping up with Alcon, the previous race. They're still running 1st and 2nd in the race earlier on after taking the pit stop. Let's see if they get back into the lead or not. I'm quite sure Lancer and West trying to take advantage, as well as Cammy there, of that safety car, and hoping for another one to do another stop at some point in the race and just keep the race leads as they have it there, going back out in front with the McLaren right now at Lancer. Let's see how close the gap is towards the Aston Martin. It's down to about 3 tenths. He's pushing on through for an overtake here. Let's see if he's going to be able to get it on this current lap. It's lap 11 or 33 by the way. It's about 33% into this race. We're looking pretty good so far off that restart from the safety car there. First full safety car of course in the session. We had one virtual safety car. That was our first actual safety car. And let's see what's going to happen with the rest of the race. We're getting to the halfway point of the session pretty soon. Then we got McLaren trying to close the gap on the Aston Martin, not able to do it just as yet. So let's see how well this is going to go on through now. And have a look what's happening on the back of the grid as well. Close the gaps between Swanee and Alcon, as we got Smith of course chasing after them. So with the 3-way train between them. But Lanza here trying to get a much closer gap to the race leader right now. He is trying to get into the lead. Has 11 laps done on those medium tires. Trying to hope he has some more grip. He can push towards chasing after Cammy right now to get into the lead here. I think he wants to get into the lead of the race before doing his pit stop. Might be what his strategy is. Let's see if he can and get it done. Let's see what the gap is. So Smith of course getting fastest lap there at the moment. I think what's happening on channel right now. Ignore that for the moment. I think I mistakenly clicked something there, guys. Just ignore it. Whatever happens if I tries to run it stuff, just let it run. I was just trying to delay it by the rest of the race. Alright, so let's keep an eye on what's happening. Go down to K-Meister right about now. P4 for him. Being chased of course by an Aston Martin. That's Swanee. Click from behind of that. He's chasing after the Ferrari of West right now. You can see the race leaders in front of him. Cammy and Lancer, they're fighting for the race lead at the moment. There's a 3-10 gap between the two of them. Fresh tires, of course, on K-Meister going to the back of the grid. out in front of the top 3 on all tires that started this race on. And of course the race leader on the slowest here, the hard tires, but he's keeping a pretty decent racer. Aiden, I think this went wide off track there. Starting at the back there, going a bit wide. Good one though. On lap 13 of 33 right about now in this race. As you can see, K-Meister first is still chasing after West. On board with a Ferrari for a second. You see how close that Haas is going to get on the run up to turn 15 advantage. Goes to the Haas here. DRS advantage goes to the Haas. He's going to pull alongside him. There goes the Haas driver. Tries to get ahead side by side with the Ferrari into turn 1. The Ferrari has to yield that position as the Haas just has too much pace coming out of the slipstream. And he lets him go by. K-Meister is now up into the podium places here. He started all the way down in the back of the grid. If you can remember, he's now up into third place. West is running fourth. It's a 4-10 gap to catch back up to the Haas driver if he can. It's going to be a bit of a difficult task, of course, on older tires than K-Meister. He has the advantage here. He's going to push on through for an even higher podium position, possibly to get into the lead of this race if he can. Lancer and Cammy, he knows they have to do a pit stop as a fast lap going to Kinamura, who's running all the way in 10th right now. And usually where we see Kinamura, but let's see how it goes here. Maybe not his best track, of course. Out in front, Lancer and Cammy. These two are still fighting for it. Aston Martin and the McLaren going for it for the lead, of course. And looks like Lancer has caught up. Cammy very, very close. Is what the gap less than 2 tenths about now, and let's see if we can break the gap maybe under a 10. Heineken put him in a better position, of course, to get an overtake done here, and he's really pushing for that. We get a yellow flag situation on the main straight, I think there. Is that coming out of track? Maybe Mercedes, maybe. Someone retiring off the session. That's what's happening here. Either way, into turn 1 we go. The McLaren tries to push around the outside, and this is going to be difficult. A bit of contact between him and the Aston Martin of Cammy. Wheel-to-wheel contact causes a spin of the Aston Martin. He's down to 6. Lancer takes over the leader of Grand Prix. Quite a few incidents in this race so far, which of course I know the sorts I'm going to be looking at the end of this session. So Lancer is up into the lead right now. We got K-Meister on the fresher tires. He's running second place, and he is of course 6 tenths only behind the McLaren, who has to take a pit stop. So how is that going to work out? West running third. He's lost that position to K-Meister. He's still running in third place, not too bad of a position to be in, but he's 14 laps on those mediums. He has to take his one pit stop in this race. Let's see when he does decide to actually do it. Then of course we got Swanee running fourth, Smith in fifth, Cammy 6, Ice 7, Corduroy 8, Alcon in 9th, and Keenamore running 10th. Our 10 drivers are currently remain here in the Spanish Grand Prix out of the 13 that started this race here for NOMEX Racing Weekend Division. And yeah, we're approaching the halfway point, maybe a lap or two time. And still, I think it's going decently well. Got the Haas trying to take the runaway portion of the track at the side there. West having a bit of a spin here. The Ferrari starting to lose grip on those mediums right now. He's going into the pit lane. I think that spin happened just before the entry of the pit lane. Luckily for him, and he's into the pits right now. Keenamore has retired from the session. He's out of this race. 9 drivers now remain. Lancer leads against K-Meister, who's only 2 tenths behind. Go on board with the Haas driver right now. See how close that gap is. K-Meister, as we said, not used to seeing him at the back of the grid. Very young guy here in sim racing, but does pretty well in these races. And he's now worked his way all the way out to the front of the grid. I was trying to get into the lead of the race. Our previous race leader, Alcon, running in 9th place right now. Not doing the best well. Let's see if that's going to be changing at any time soon or not. Either way, just keeping an eye out front. I think mostly is what we're doing. But I'm going to go down to Smith for a second. The Red Bull trying to push for a move on the inside of the Aston Martin. Didn't get it done. He's on the battle with Swanee right now, trying to get up to third place in this race. Swanee has a penalty. It's going to push him up to third either way. But of course, the penalty situation, we'll have to see how it works out. Lancer all the way up in the lead of the race still. but has to take a pit stop. We know he has to do a stop. We're on the halfway point of this race right about now. There goes the Red Bull, trying to use a switching advantage into turn 1. He's being forced around the outside. You see, no, he's not going to go for the move. He's going to keep it in 4th place and just time himself away through this. You have the Haas of Esports just out in front there. He needs to get past the Aston Martin to continue the chase out for the race and lead here. Let's see how much longer he's going to take for attempting his overtake here. Looks like both the Aston Martin and the Haas recharging the batteries. There he goes, trying to go around the outside of the Aston Martin right now. Didn't get to get it up. He's going to do the switchback, trying to push it around the inside of the next turn. Looks like he's just going to keep it, possibly looking for the safest possible overtake way here. He doesn't want to risk it at this point in the session. 9 laps on those hards. He can't push all the way to the end of the race as far as you can tell here. He definitely can push all the way to the end of the race with those tires. So he's on definitely for a podium place in this race. Skate-Meister will have to do another stop. He's on 9 laps already on those soft tires, which are not going to last anywhere close to the end of the race. So he's of course going to have to do one more stop in this race. So is Swanee. That's going to push Smith up 2 positions up to 2nd place, and then Lancer has to do a stop, mandatory stop, which and then he's doing right now, which is going to of course put Smith into the lead of the Grand Prix. Yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting way to see. And there he goes. All 3 of them just took their stops. So IG8 Smith in a Red Bull just above the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix on lap 18 of 33, and he's going to keep it all the way to the end of the race if he can, but he's going to have to defend it. Let's see what's going to happen. Who's running behind him? It's now Cammy, who's 17 laps on his hard tires. He's going to have to take a pit stop. We know that's going to happen. He hasn't taken a mandatory pit stop in this race. It's a dry race. You have to use 2 different dry compound tires in the race. Lancer there running in 3rd, and of course as his strategies worked out, I guess a little bit towards his way here right now, because he's done his final pit stop there. He's on the hard tires, which are going to go to the end of the race. He's running 3rd in this race. He started at 2nd place is where he started, so he's not going too far off, only 1 position down from that. And of course, we know Cammy has to take a pit stop. That's going to put him McLaren back into 2nd place. Skate-Meister is going to move up into 3rd, so he's beyond the podium, and hopefully he can finish there. Alcon, who started on the podium, is not going to be able to, he started on pole, not going to be able to get back here unless something drastically happens in this race to help him here. At quarter, he's going to be moving on a bit. Swanee, fresh tires, West on fresh tires, soft tires though, so can he push it all the way to the end of the race? It's a bit of a tough stance at this point. This see how it works out. I just want the 11 laps on his. Switch it back on to the overhead cam right now. On with Skate-Meister at the moment. So close getting past Lancer, and he does get past. So Skate-Meister is already up into 3rd place. Looks like he's looking for a 2nd place finish here in this race. The McLaren gonna challenge him for this though. It's both in the fresh tires, and there goes the Haas of Skate-Meister, knowing having a spin. Did he take damage on that car? He's trying to get back going right now, trying to avoid traffic on track. Alcon just got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane there, which I'm not sure how that happened. Unfortunate for that there, but that is Skate-Meister down to the last place position in this race. There is the McLaren of Ice 1 into the wall. What's happening in this race session? Are we having glitches, or everyone just having a sucky day here in Spain? McLaren is trying to get back going. Let's get back out in front. The Red Bull of Smith, of course, not having too bad of a day. He's leading the Grand Prix, 8.4 seconds ahead of the Aston Martin of Cammy in 2nd place, who has to take a pit stop, who's now taking that pit stop. That's going to put Lancer up into 2nd place. How big is the gap going to be? Probably about 20 seconds here is what we're looking at. This might even give Smith a chance to take one more pit stop in this race. Go for the fastest lap if he needs to. I think it's a close call down. He needs to just more than 20 seconds. But let's see what the gap is. As Lancer is now advancing up to 2nd place, it's a 21-second gap. If he extends it by another 4 seconds, he has enough time to get into the pit lane, get back out, and still be in the lead, and be on fresh soft tires to take the fastest lap in this race as well. I think it's about a 24-25 second delay or a total pit stop in and out to the pit lane. No wing change. I think that's what it is around here. I really can't recall, honestly. But Lancer here Now we're running second place, 21.5 seconds behind our race leader in the Red Bull, Smith there, who can take it easy out in front, make he just get a penalty and avoids any possible spinning on track. But doesn't want to be doing that. Kodor now up into third place. I'm not sure if he expected to be there, but he does have a penalty, which might affect him. West is now running fourth. He's back up higher up on the grid. One running fifth, of course. Can running sixth. Both Aston Martins are somehow still in this race. So they're doing something right in terms of getting constructor points right now. Ice One currently 7th on the grid. Steve Meister currently 8th. See the rest of this race has for in store for us here. Ice One is on track. Running by himself here, but it's about 16 seconds to catch up to the rest of the grid. A safety car definitely would bring things back to a closer racing point here for everyone if we did have one of those happen. But who's going to call a safety car at this point in the race purposely to have that actually happen? Race control, Swanee 3-second penalty. I think it was track limits. He's running here in P5. Let's have a look at the two penalties we have on track right now. It's a 3-second penalty for Kodor, 3 seconds for Swanee. Not gonna be anything too big. Let's keep it on tires for now. Aston Martin, of course, running behind each other here, about a 1.1 second separates the two of them. Not too bad at the moment. Lancer here losing time right now though towards the Red Bull in front of him. Even the Red Bull is on older tires, he's on fresher tires. Maybe they're not up to temperature as yet. Really can't say. We'll see what the situation is at the moment there. 22.2, over 22 seconds so as he gets through this. Half a second now between the Aston Martin teammates. Put another 10.7 seconds down from Lancer. West half a second behind Kodor right now. Has the DRS advantage, of course, against E. Williams. Let's see how the chase is going to run between the two of them. There's back on again. Pace between the Ferrari and the Williams, of course, continue on down to P10s. We do have West on the much fresher tires, of course. Let's see if there's going to be any sort of advantage towards him. He's trying to push a move on the inside. Can he get this on? We'll see him move for a second. One is out to the second. That's what happened to him, but now 7 drivers remain. K-Master getting the fastest lap. He's running, where is he running? 7th on the grid right now. One fresh tires though. I mean, they're all getting points to finish the race. But still, I think they're trying to finish as high up as they can. Here, 23 seconds is what the gap is between Smith and Lancer right now. Smith on very old tires here, of course, has another 10.5 laps or so to go in this race. And there goes West, trying to get another takedown against Williams. Doesn't get it, goes for the switchback move here, and he gets back on the line. He's up ahead in the 3rd place. That puts Kodor down to 4th now. The West is going to hold on to the position at least for the moment going on through the race as they head into the next lap. Let's see what the remainder of the race goes. I'm not sure. Oh, they goes into the pit lane, I think. But yeah, damage in the car. Why is she pitting right now? They're going to drive the penalty. What's happening here? Let's have a look. Kodor with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's not going to help his case. Oh, our West is doing his final pit stop. The soft tires might have given up on him. So he's going on to the mediums. Kodor has gone onto the hards, and he's going to get back out behind the Ferrari. Let's the least Grand Prix, 15 laps on this hards. I'm not sure what you guys reckon. Should Smith take a chance here? Should he take a pit stop? Get onto a set of softs, finish off the race on that. If we get onto a set of mediums, have a bit of faster pace. He's going to be, of course, much closer to Lance, maybe less than 2 seconds behind between them, or even a second between them. But he should be able to have the pace to even get back around him. Even if he does come out behind the McLaren, he should have enough time right now and enough pace to actually get up back into the lead. So is it worth it taking us up at this point, or should he just continue on to the end of the race? Got about 10 laps remaining. That's going to put about 26, 27 laps on those hard tires. quite sure he can pull it off. So I think he might actually just push for that instead of taking a chance with a pit stop. I think he's going to take a chance with a pit stop though, if a safety car does happen at this point in the session. Might just be the only way he's going to be doing that. So we'll see what the case is. Lap 24 of 33. It's gone pretty well in this race session so far. Qualifying was interesting. We didn't catch most of it, but you know, it went pretty well. Gap still extending around 23.7 seconds now between the top two. It's 20 seconds between Cammy and West right now. Odoy though, very got by not too long ago, is chasing after him still for that position. We're gonna see how that's going. And looks like our race leader is taking a chance at a pit stop here. He's into the pit lane. Let's see what's happening. Smith is getting into the pits right now. 17 laps done on those hards. He's possibly going into a set of softs or is it a set of mediums? I think it's a set of soft tires he's gone on to. No, it's a set of mediums, sorry. He's gone into a new set of mediums. He's getting back out. Where is the McLaren of there's the McLaren of Lancer coming down the main straight right now as the Red Bull is getting out of the pit lane. Let's see how close he's going to be getting into turn one. Looks like the Red Bull is already out on track. He gets back into the lead, has much fresher tires than what Lancer has. 7 laps on his hards. Smith is on an outlap right now of the pit from the pit lane on the new fresh medium tires he just put on. So he's going to be a bit of less grip on the tires, of course, on this outlap. It'll take some time for them to get up the temperature at least 1 lap. Let's see how the gap is looking. It's 2.5 seconds between the Red Bull and the McLaren. Looks like the Red Bull has the advantage still. He'll be able to hold on to that lead going all the way to the end of the race. Cammy is still running third, West in fourth, Porto 5th, Kid Manchester 6th, Ice 17, Swan, Yonkan, Kinamura, Aiden, Rob, and Assassin. Unfortunately, not able to finish the Grand Prix. Let's see if there's anything new in this score that we keep this going on right now. Apologies about that, guys. Back on again. So the gap, of course, 3.6 seconds now between Smith and Lancer there. So Smith, of course, trying to extend that lead. There's about 2 point something seconds between them when he exited the pit lane. And he's just starting to go off a bit more right now. They hold on to K-Meister here. Corduroy lost the position, I think, earlier on to West, who's now all the way down to 6th in the grid. I'm not sure what happened to him. Might have had a bit of a spin there, I assume, is why he got down to 6th position. But he's getting into the pit lane right now, taking another stop visit. A lot of pit stops today, Wes. Corduroy though chases after the pass of K-Meister right now. It's lap 26 of 33. We have probably about 7.5 laps or so remaining in the Grand Prix. Bit of an earlier finish this evening here with NOMEX Racing Weekend Division, of course, because we did shorten off the qualifying a bit with the rain down at the end of the session. Most of the guys just retired off. It's still some time left in the session, and of course if every driver retires before the session is actually over, it just ends the entire qualifying session. We move on to the race session, of course. So was no point really continuing the qualifying session because yeah, it was just getting wet and they already did the fastest laps on the soft tires on the start of the session, so really no point trying to get on those intermediates. Would have done them no good. They wouldn't have been able to get a faster lap, of course. So the decision was to just move on forward and get into the race. So of course we're finishing quite a bit early. We usually would have at least 20-25 minutes more into this race to actually have the session, entire stream session finished. But we'll be finishing within the next 10 to 12 minutes, I guess. Probably 10 to 12 minutes, so we'll probably finish around that time. At least 10 minutes, I assume, with the number of laps we have remaining. I think less than 10 minutes. We should be able to finish off the Grand Prix here. Who are we following on? The ice from back into the pits again. Not sure what his stop is for this time. So he's gone to use the tires, getting back over on track. Still on recorder right now, keep by himself close, the car ahead of him. Williams down to 5th, Ferrari down to 6th, McLaren's down to 7. Lance is still running 2nd right where he started, and he's not likely taking another pit stop, is he? He's taking another pit stop. Where does he get it back on track though? Gonna be a set of soft tires for him, is it? Yep, it is a set of soft tires. But of course, he's going to extend the lead between himself and the race leader now, isn't he? What's the case going to be with that? He's going to go down another position here. Is he able to get it back? That's what I'm wondering. Seems to be a lot of pit stops on the ending portion of the Spanish Grand Prix. Gonna get back with this. Photo brake checking, says Wes. Guessing he says the photo brake checked him, and I think maybe that's what caused a spin for him. This is actually saying there right now. That of course might be dead too by the stewards. Let's see what the case is going to be with the turnout of that coming next week away. But let's see what the gaps are. So Koda 1.2 seconds behind Kate Meister. Out of close gap is Lancer here. We're following on 2 seconds behind the Aston Martin right now. We're into lap 29. This is going to lap 30 now. It's just 29 directly there. Race leaders of course into lap 29 of 33. 4 laps counting to go in this Spanish Grand Prix, and we're so close on to the end. Not too much happening on track right now, so really not too much to focus on here. As you know, there's a bit of gap between most of the drivers. This is what to do over here. Kate Meister. We have a lot of a lot of action in the pit stops today here at Spain. Not sure what's going on, but everyone's taking turns, taking a pit stop, and just taking another pit stop, just changing tires. They got a lot of tires. We're really making a lot of money out this weekend, gotta say. Gets in again. He's front wing. Oh, he's not. He's just changing the tires. He's serving a penalty. I don't think he was. Either way, it's Cammy and Koda right now with penalties. We'll switch on the penalties in just a bit as well. For the moment, we'll just keep it going as it is. Looks like Lancer's made it within a second of the Aston Martin right now. So he's closed his gap. He knows he's going to get into second place anyway here. Either way, because the Aston on the fresh soft tires. And I'm pretty sure he knows Cammy has a penalty. That's going to put him up back into second place. But of course, the lead, no way. We know he's not going to make it back into the race lead at this point. It's going to hold on to that lead and has a safe gap to make it to the end of the race. With quite a few things happening, he's still going to make it to the end. Let's see how much longer he's able to keep this gap going. Is he actually going to do the overtake or not? Not sure. He's lap 30 or 33. He knows he doesn't really need to, just needs to keep behind the car. Within 3 seconds, he will have the position either way. Just do that at another 5 minutes at least. So down to about 2 tenths right now, so he's closing the gap. Gonna try to get ahead. Gas Martin knows there's really no point fighting this. The McLaren is gonna get ahead either way. Still close between and hopefully no incident happens. Oh, that was pretty close. Almost took the wing of the Gas Martin off there. Got our race leader into the pits right now. He's getting back out on a fresh set of soft tires. He's going for the fastest lap. A strategy which will gain him another point in this session. I believe it is. It's 1 point more. I think it's 1 point. But yeah, definitely will help getting that point for the fastest lap there as well. So Smith gets back out. What's the gap right now? 7.5 seconds between him and Joe Lancer. Lancer gonna chase after him, but what can he do at this point? Less than 2 laps remaining in the session right now. 2.5 laps. All that, less than 3 laps. Yeah, I'm 3 tenths behind. So the top three, pretty close gap between them right about now, as far as you can see. Maybe not so close between Smith and Lancer, but Cammy and Lancer here. It's a 7-10 gap. And they should be able to continue that at least for now. Guys, I'm just checking something. Let's see what this thing is about. Saw this here. Oh, it doesn't look like I'm here. I'm not sure what that was. It's a new feature in Streamlabs for in Twitch. I was just trying to check it out. Alright, so back on the track, 1.3 seconds. What happened? Yeah, where is it going? It's lap 32 or 33, by the way, guys. Not, as I said, not too much happening on any portions of this race, but still, we gotta see how it finishes because anything could happen. Anything, we could even have Ice 1 finish on pole here. For all we know, never know what's gonna happen in a race session like this. Everyone will just basically crash out or something. Within a second, once again, as you can see. So will the Aston Martin back within a second of the McLaren. Let's see what that works out. Of course, he's on all the tires, has a penalty. It's going to affect him finishing in this race either way. So I believe as it stands, everyone should actually be able to finish in the positions that they currently are, which means we should have Smith finishing on pole. We should have Lancer finishing second. This is of course provided no one takes a spin on the final lap. And I've seen it happen before. I've seen a race leader lose even a podium position in the final lap. So anything can happen. So Lancer should be able to finish second. Cammy hopefully third. Photo is fourth. K-Meister in fifth. West in sixth. Ice 1-7. Even with the penalties as it is, it's I think just 3 seconds each, and it doesn't make much of a difference. It gets it's 8 seconds for a quarter, but still it doesn't make a difference. K-Meister 15 seconds behind of him. He's gonna finish right there where he is. Take tires off as they finish out the session here. And our race leader, of course, running in sector 2 right about now. See how he finishes off his final lap here. So unfortunately for the drivers that could not finish the Grand Prix, of course, we got 7 out of the 13 are about to finish it. So still, the skunk did something. Had a bit of issues in the race. 3 incidents, which I know will be looked at by the stewards. We're going to try to get these timings, of course, finished before half of the week, hopefully, and get them updated for you guys. Alright, so there we have Smith coming around. Why is he ghosted right now? Coming around the final corner at the moment. I'm not sure why he's ghosted. Probably just got bored. And he gets across and of course wins the Spanish Grand Prix here for NOMEX Racing. Weekend division is back on again. There is Lancer coming across the line right about now. Maybe didn't see it again. He takes second place on the podium. Cammy takes third. Podium coming around the final sector right about now. And I should be able to finish 4th place on the grid. Have a look to make sure that doesn't happen here. Just snooze the ad for now at least. Yep, so there we have it. Cordoy gets across for 4th. They have to wait a bit for the rest of the grid to get across the line. K-Meister coming around for 5th here in the Haas. We know West is somewhere behind of him, coming through the final sector right about now. And then we have Ice 1 just behind of that here, coming through as well. P7. I'm sure what he was attempting there, or what Ice One is attempting through the final few turns, is he is trying to get the car going. Needs to get across the line to get a points here, so has to finish the final turn and get around. And there we have it, guys. That was the Spanish Grand Prix for NOMEX Racing Weekend Division. It was quite an interesting race session. I mean, not too much of energy through the final portion of the race, but I think the start of the race was pretty good. We had some pretty good battles through the session. Quite a few incidents happened as well. Kick for GSC, yellow flags, whatnot, the usual. Let's have one last look of the preliminary result before we get out the session here. It's a 15-minute earlier finish than usual. 10:15. And there we have it, guys. So race results here for the Spanish Grand Prix NOMEX Racing Weekend Division. Smith finishes on pole in a Red Bull, gets the fastest lap as well. Dancer finishes second on the podium. Cammy finishes third. Got Polo finishing fourth on the grid. K-Meister finishing fifth. Weston sixth. Ice 1-7. And that is the 7 drivers, of course, who finished the Spanish Grand Prix. We got, of course, Swani, Alcan, Kinamura, Aiden, Rob, and Assassin. Unfortunately, were not able to finish the race session, unfortunately. So that's gonna be it, guys, for this current session there. Do join us tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. UK time for stream number 1, and at 8 p.m. UK time for stream number 2. Okay, tomorrow is Monday. It's double stream day. We have another stream on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday is gonna be a bit different. We'll announce that maybe on Twitch what's gonna happen. And Friday, Saturday is nothing at the moment, and then back on to Sundays with Weekend Division again. But yeah, do join us tomorrow. It's gonna be 6:30 and 8 o'clock UK time for those 2 streams. It'll be back-to-back stream, maybe like 10 minutes between transition from one stream to the next. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for joining us here live on this session, and I'll see you guys on the next stream.